Hello and welcome to Factorio Single Belt. I'm Acretio, and in this episode we will tear up and redo a lot of the things that we did. Well, all of the factories and smelters and all of that will remain, but we want to redo a lot of the cabling, because I came to the conclusion that I don't think we need the red cables. So let's see what we can do. The easiest way is to just tear everything up and start again, I think. Well, of course, red cables. There's no reason to mess around with the green cables. Not at all. But I still think it's easier to just remove and replace the substations, and then we don't have to worry. Oh, those cables are fine. Those are for unloading, and we will need those anyway. But yeah, when we do this, of course we lose a couple of green cables as well. But that's just something we have to handle. And like these cables, these red cables, we won't get those, so we have to go back and fix those. But for now, let's just worry about all of the cables, or the many cables at least, and then remove what we don't need. And yes, last episode I talked about testing and all of that, but I realized that nah, we won't test. Hopefully we are right and then it works. If we are not, then we are getting into a whole lot of trouble anyway. So let's not worry too much about it. Okay. No. Let's get the last red cables removed. Yeah, if we are messing up, I will still publish this episode. I'm not the one that hides my mistakes, because I think they're kind of fun. But then we just have to set it up again. And now we know basically how to do it, so it shouldn't be that bad. But the green cables, we do want to set that up properly. So let's go and basically set up green cables wherever we have the substations. Oh yeah, and to that one. Wait. Oh, we placed this one square too high. Let's move it, and then we can go with green cables. Over here, and we go up to the top. That one needs green cables. I want to move that power pole as well. You can't see what's connected to it, so let's move it one step. Oh, now I know why it wasn't there to begin with. Okay, let's see. Let's just place it there, I guess. And then we only want to connect these end chests. I realized that by connecting all of the chests, then we get a lot of unnecessary updates. Let's say that we are grabbing... Oh, yeah, these ones should be stopped. Never mind right now. Actually, let's get some red cables in to stop those. There we go. Yeah, I realized that when these grab some iron, it puts it into this chest. If it's connected, it have to recalculate the amount in the network. Just to wait a few ticks, and then this inserter will grab it. It have to recalculate it again. The inserter inserts it here, another recalculation. This inserter grabs it, a third recalculation, and then it enters this chest, which is yet another recalculation. So I think that that there was 4 calculations that wasn't necessary, that we got rid of by just removing the cables, and we still have enough space in those in the chests that we still have to be able to do basically what we want. No, not that. Let's connect, let's see. We want to connect that to the network. There we go. And we want to connect the inserters to another network. And there we go. We have connected it. Yeah. And then we continue with the green circuits. Maybe we should have done one thing at a time. That would have been easier than trying to keep track of everything at the same time, but hey, we didn't, so now we have to pay for it. Oh, maybe I should create a bit more green wires. One more, yay! Okay, let's go and pick up a bunch of copper plates. Then we can create more green wires. Let's have a look. Do we have any wire stuff that we don't want now? And I'm gonna say that no, we don't. Okay, that makes it a bit easier. Because the next thing I wanted to do, I want more constant combinators. We don't need a lot, well, we need the decider combinators, but not right now. What we need right now is constant combinators, and those, I'm looking at this area, that looks great. The constant combinators, we do want those in the area where we are storing things. Like that. Yeah. And then we connect green wire. So this constant combinator is about the copper cable. Let's see, we have like 500 copper plate. I mean, we have a bit of copper plates. Let's get this into copper plates. Minus 1,000. Yeah, that seems like a good amount. Then we will have a negative amount of copper plates, which is what we want, because then we can set the inserters to look for the amount. I need more green wires, I realized. To check if the amount is less than 0, then they should grab. If it's 0 or more, they shouldn't grab. That also means that if we stop the network at any point in time, or we manage to divide it, or something happens, then they will stop producing, which is what we want. So there we go with the copper cables. We have we want to remove these chests. That's what we said before. Do we still have the chests connected up here? No, those are connected okay. These are connected okay now. And we need to get the constant combinator. Oh, but we don't have a lot of space over here. I mean, it works for this. We can use this space later. It works for this constant combinator, so let's not worry too much about it. This is steel. What do we want? Minus 500. So we have a negative amount of steel as well. That's good. And then we want another constant combinator by the iron. And let's place it over here. Iron plates. minus 1500. And we just connect it. Okay, so we actually have a bit of iron. That's great. Since we're anyway at it, creating all of these combinators, all of this setup, let's place it for copper cables and green circuits as well. I just realized that we can do that with one combinator. We don't need two of those. Copper cables, we want 100. Minus 100. And then we have green circuits, we want minus 100 of those as well. So let's see. Oh, we have to connect it, of course. Yeah, there we go. We have a negative amount of those, which means, well, let's go and connect the inserters. Oh, coming to think of inserters, yeah, we need to get rid of a lot of red wires over here. That's actually not the smart thing to do, because we will add it later on as well, I think. Never mind, we are getting rid of it now. Let's just take it one step at a time. What I want to do now is to connect the inserters for the copper smelting. And let's do that with green wires. And let's connect, get rid of that red wire please. Let's connect the inserters to each other. Get rid of the red wire again. That way it won't look that messy, I hope. Let's go around this whole setup. Okay, where are they attacking? Oh, the other radar? Yeah. Oh, this is too close. We are gonna get into trouble in our oil and iron outpost. Yeah. We need to go down and take care of that immediately. We can't wait with that. You please go to unload, because that's the fastest way, I think, to get down to this outpost. And we can't see anything. We should place a few radars in there as well. Please, train, get here. And then as soon as it's here, we just enter it. And then we leave. Please go to oil 1. And while we are going, let's place everything in the correct spot. There we go. So we have a setup with lasers, power poles, and repair packs. Actually, we could create a few more repair packs, I guess. Okay, so we aren't really being attacked at this area. That's good, I guess. But yeah. Oh, and that's a big worm. But the thing is that the pollution is way too big. Maybe we should stop all of the pump jacks except this one. That would hopefully hold the biters from attacking for a while. But we should also place down a couple of radars. One there, and one back to the left side, if we can get around to that area. Yeah, now we can see the bases. Big worm, medium worm. Yeah, there are way too many big worms in these bases, I think. Big worm, medium worm, big worm. I don't like this at all. we can't really do anything about the bases because there are too many big worms. Let's just hope that it's enough to lower the amount of pollution we are generating. But for now, let's go back to what we were doing. Let's see, 1.4k of oil, that's a decent amount. I think we soon have filled up our oil again, so that's good. And then we just need to fill up these tanks, storage tanks, and then we won't produce any pollution in that area. This seems pretty full. These are full. And this is leaving, yeah. Okay, so we still have a little bit to go, but I think with the next train, it won't go back because we will be filling up everything. Okay, let's go back to what we were doing. And that was setting up the cables for the copper. Okay, so let's connect these cable loops to the substations. And let's do it wherever we have substations. Okay, there we go. And then we have another loop we need over here to get the next set up properly. And there we go. So now what we need to do is to say that if copper plate is less than 0, it should activate, right? Yes, it activates, and the amount of copper plates are negative. So we just need to set that up for all of the copper. And that should be about it. Well, not really. Not really at all. But to start with, we do that. And then we can set up, let's see, we have the cables set up over there. How is the power? Oh, we have one power line over here and one over here. Let's shorten this one. I actually wanted to... Yeah, it's okay over there, I guess. Let's get rid of that and that. Oh, but I need to connect to this one, of course. Let's get rid of that. Yes, this is what I wanted it to do. Get it connected to this substation, because then we can connect green wires and we can connect them to all of these power poles, making sure that we can set up inserters over here in the proper way. But for that we need inserters. And I think it's enough with normal inserters to start with. So let's get some of those built. We need more copper. Let's go and grab a bunch. And of course, still we are only doing the copper stuff. We don't worry about the iron stuff yet, only copper. And when that's done, we can worry about iron. Okay, so we have the copper inserters. And we set up inserters everywhere. Now all we need to do is to hook them together. There we go. This might have been a bad idea. It might have been that I should actually have used the red cables. The red, not cables, the red wires. But let's not worry about that. So this, if copper plate is less than 0, we will activate them. So then we get a lot of copper onto the belt. The reason I said that I might have wanted the red stuff is that with the green stuff, yeah, sure, it works. But with, we need splitters. We actually need more splitters than this. We need to create more splitters. Yeah. The thing is that what was I talking about? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the red wires. If we are gonna use the copper ore for anything else than smelting, then this setup with copper plate less than 0, it wouldn't allow copper for that kind of material, which is of course a problem. Oh, and it shows that the inserters can't handle everything we are getting through the copper furnaces. But that's fair. I don't have a problem with that. That means that we get a bunch of copper cables being produced as well. Which, why not? Oh, but I do know what I'm missing. Over here I haven't set up any red wires for the copper cables. So they go back onto the belt, and I guess it's the same for the green circuits. Okay. So now we have that. Then let's go for the... Yeah, this is a bit harder to do. I mean, these inserters for... Can we reach past? Yes, we can. The inserters for steel, that's easy enough. Let's set those up. That is basically the same setup as we had with these ones. So if the amount of steel is less than 0, we activate it. Let's have a look. How much do we have? Oh, it's not connected to the circuit network. Okay, that makes sense. All of a sudden, it just didn't work. But it makes perfect sense when you look at it. Okay, so now this one should be green and all the others should be red. Goodie. Yes. Yes, this looks good. But now we go for the iron. And the iron is a little bit more complex. Well, the iron over here is a little bit more complex. Since we are requiring it to be different. Let's see, let's place it. Oh, this area we need for the copper, I think. Yeah, I don't know where to place it. Let's, for the time being, just place it over here. So we are connecting the input there and the input there. The thing with the iron over here is that we want them to be active if we don't have enough steel or if we don't have enough iron. So they should be active in both cases. So if the amount of steel is less than 0, output 1B. And if the amount of iron is less than 0, output 1B. And then we want a red network, which is not this network, but it is another red network. Okay, so let's connect all of the inserters to this. And now we are not doing any security stuff, any fallback solutions. Well, we are doing a loop, but everything is connected to this substation directly. And we have 1B. So we change these that if we have... Oh. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. If we have a B that's more than 1, we want to enable them. Yes. Paste all of this. And everything should be green, which is kind of hard to see since this red circuit is just above the light. But yeah, it seems to be set up correctly. Next thing we set up is inserters for the iron over here. And we set up that with green circuits. Like that. Okay. So we basically need the same setup, I think. That was wrong, we shouldn't have set those up with the green circuits. Let's remove all of these circuits again. That should have been red circuits, definitely. Okay, because we want those... We basically want the same as we have over here. Yep. Yep. But we don't want to get the signal from over here because it will be a bit too complex if we are getting into really complex signaling. So let's just do it like that. If the amount of steel plate is lower than 0, then output 1B. And the amount of iron plate as well, output 1B. Oh, but we need power for that one. I kind of forgot about that. Power for that. Remove those, I guess. If we just place it right below that one. There we go. And then we could place the decider combinators over there. Oh. Steel, iron, oh, output 1B, output 1B. Steel, lower than 0, 1B, steel iron lower than 0, 1B. So let's get this connected. Green circuit or green wiring. Oh, we need green wiring over here as well. So this should output B and this should not. Great. Then we set up the output to go to the inserters. We should have 1B over here. So if B is more than 1. Oh, no. Damn it. There we go. Yeah, I know we changed a few of these that we don't want to change. There we go. And splitters. We do need a splitter over there. We should have splitters over here as well. Let's see if we can get some more splitters somehow. Maybe we already have some splitters produced. No, we need more advanced circuits. Yeah, we do need more advanced circuits. That's very true. Okay, so that should cover copper and it should cover steel, but we're still not covering iron. So let's get that done as well. These are easy, because these should only look at the amount of iron. So we do this with the green circuits. And we connect it everywhere. I know that technically we don't need to connect it everywhere, but we're doing that anyway. So if the amount of iron is less than 0, then we want to activate these. And as it is right now, it isn't. So I want to, we have the storage up here. I want to change the amount that we want to minus 2000. Just to see that it works, yes. There we go. Everything seems to be okay. Oh, have we already got... We already got more than 2000. Okay, let's change it to minus 3000, I guess. Why do we get that much iron? Why do we get that much iron? Why isn't these being activated? These should grab all of the iron from the belts. Come on. If that is lower than 0, then we should grab... Oh, because we shouldn't grab steel plate. We should grab iron plates. Whoops, that was my mistake. I'm glad we found it, but we didn't find it fast enough. Never mind. Now we have everything. Let's change this back to minus 2000. And all of these stops, but these continues to make sure that we get enough iron for the steel production. Okay, that's good. Next thing to do is basically the same, and I guess that will be the last thing we do in this episode. Oh, we don't have enough plastic. Let's go down and grab a bunch of plastic to be able to create the red circuits while we are waiting for everything else. Hopefully it's the plastic that we don't have enough of. Yes, it is. Good. What I want to do is to get a few more of the express splitters. Do want one splitter over here, and then I think I do want one splitter after each collection point. Not that it's vital to get it right now, but I think it will be very useful to have it. Okay, oh, we need more green circuits. We don't have enough copper. But luckily we have a lot of copper stored over here, I think. Yeah, I haven't even checked. Oh yeah, we aren't getting copper out of the system, so we should have a lot being stored. Oh. Please get all of the green circuits. We need a bunch of iron as well. And we got a bunch of that. And I guess we can create a few red circuits as well, something like that. Do we have more assembly machines? Because if we do, then we could at least get the assembly machines and possibly some inserters planked down for the next setup. Oh, here we go. Why do we have that many stage 1 assembly machines? I don't know. But okay, we have a bunch of assembly machines now. We could set up the rest of this area. The assembly machines at least. So let's do that while we are producing all the other things. There we go. Of course, oh, I kind of forgot that it will start flashing now. We do not have what it takes to set up the power for the assembly machines. Well, we do have some of it, but not all of it. Oh, you can't pass through there, okay. No. There and there. Then we have that, and we have the last here. Oh, we have a few more over to the right apparently that I missed. Okay, all of the assembly machines are set up. Now all we need to do is the rest. Wait, what is this? Oh, that's for these ones. That's fine. Do we have enough steel now? Yes, we do. And enough iron as well. Okay. Let's plank all of the output inserters. Is that even a way to say that? Output inserters? You know what I mean. The inserters that grab things from the assembly machines and puts them onto the belt. If you didn't know, I just explained it. Okay, oh. There we go, we have these ones. Goody. And we have these ones over here. That I actually didn't forget for once. I just ignored. Oh, no more inserters? Okay. I thought we had a ton of them. What is happening? Oh, we don't get any iron cables. Oh, and these will just get stuff forever. Okay, we need to do something about these. But what? This area is kind of for setting up the iron output. So let's not touch that. We can do it over here, I think. Yeah, over here looks fine. So the cider combinator. Yeah, this will work out fine. If the amount of copper cable is less than 0, then output be 1. And if the amount of green circuits are less than 0, output be 1. And then we need a red network. But this one, I think I have to go to connect up here. Well, I can set everything up like this at least. Yeah, then we shouldn't grab the copper. We are getting way too much copper onto the belt. But it is because of these inserters not being fast enough. We need to fix that. Oh, but we have actually set up this. That's good, I guess. Then we need green circuits. Oh. And we don't have enough of that. Okay. Let's wait until we have a bunch of green circuits. Oh, we have way too many things being produced. Yeah, that will take a while. We have a lab. Lab on the belt? Okay, let's make sure that we are grabbing the lab. I did not know that we had those kind of things. A lab, we can add that over here, I guess. We just need it to be fetched somewhere. I don't really care where it is. Oh yeah, and we are storing a lot of copper over here, which isn't too bad. But it's still not right. It's not what we want. How much copper do we have? Minus 196. Okay, that will go down soon enough. Then we won't have a lot of copper getting all over the place. How much? Oh, that's only electricity. No green wires. 3.9k of copper cable. Yeah. And we do expect 100. Never mind. We also got like 100 green circuits, which we expect way more. Oh yes, these are set up. The problem is that we are not outputting iron if we need for the green circuits. So let's start with the setup for these inserters. And I know this is not going to be the final setup, but it will be a setup. We need power. Let's plank that down. And then, yeah, right now let's just say that these are on or they are off. Where are they attacking? Oh, that's still only a radar, I think. Not good, but no worries. Yeah, right now we will have the inserters either on or off. Further along, we will set them with different stack sizes, different everything, but to just set them on or off, what we need is the cider combinators. And those output into the red belt, or red network. We need green wires. Can't we set up some production of that? Electronic circuits and copper cables. Let's get production of those set up as well. Copper cable. Put that in, and electronic circuit, put that in. And then we get those. Electronic circuit and copper cable. You won't get a lot of the green circuits this way. The green cable, I mean. But we will get a little bit of them. So, and that will be enough for this, I think. Yeah, and then let's connect the input. So what we want to see here. I made a mistake. Let's remove that. If the amount of electronic circuits is less than 0, then we want to output C, one of them. And these ones, if C is more than 0, then we activate them. So if we change the amount of green circuits, let's say that we don't want 100, we want 1000, which is actually closer to what we want than 100. Then we are outputting these because we are getting a negative amount. Oh, and the copper have stopped as well. Good. So that should allow us to activate everything, and it should also allow us to activate the activate things with the iron and with the copper when we get low enough there. I think this should work out fine. Of course, we need more than one of those. We need like one for each product that takes iron. And we could go for the copper, copper as well. There we go. This is the hard one to fit in. We need more power. Let's remove that power pole and put the power over there. And then we connect the green cable like that, and we go and create a few more green cables. Okay, let's do it something like this and grab all of the green cables. Hopefully we get a few more green cables until the next time we get over there. And we are soon starting to create green cables ourselves. So what we want these ones, we want them for two things. We want them for, first of all, connect the inputs and then connect the outputs. And we want the copper. If we don't have enough copper cable, output C. And we want it if we don't have enough electronic circuits. Oh, and these ones should of course listen to C. C is more than 0. Then we output, then we get stuff onto the belts, and we get copper cables produced, and we get copper, we get green circuits, and everything should just be great, in theory. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Let's get those, let's get those. Let's pick up that assembly machine. I just want to use, well actually let's grab those assembly machines. It's fine, we have a small bunch and we are creating a big bunch. So that's fine, that's totally fine. For right now, let's go and see if we have any, oh, over here. We need green circuits for that as well. Green circuits and red circuits. And then we can start creating processing units. And we need a bunch of those. But what we are lacking right now is actually inserters of different types. Fast inserters and well, we do have a bunch of long-handed inserters. Yeah, but we actually don't want to connect the... we don't want to connect only one type of inserter, then we are creating a problem for ourselves. So let's wait until we have them all. But we can set the factories up to what they should do in the meantime. And we could set this area. No, we can't. We don't have enough inserters for that. This is for pipes. Where are you? There you are. This is for engines. There we go. And this one is for engines as well. Okay. So right now we are producing a lot of green and red circuits, and then we need a lot of inserters. Coming to think of inserters, do we have any inserters stored over here somewhere? No. Empty and no belts. More than that, how is the research going? It's soon done. But what are we missing? We are missing green science, which is what I thought. And I think that's the inserters. Yes, it is. Okay, so we need a bunch of inserters. We have too many things that we are producing. How's this going? Oh, we need more green circuits, but apart from that, we are getting some processing units. And green circuits, we have set up automation of it. So we could just go over here and grab everything. How many do we want? We want 1,000, yeah. And the copper cable, we don't want that much, which I think looks fair. Yeah, the green circuit for the for this one, that should be fair. There we go. How many do we need? We need 20 per electronic or per one. And then we need 2 advanced circuits. We need a lot of green circuits, don't we? What about over here? We need advanced circuits. Yeah, we know that. Let's actually grab the advanced circuits we have. No. Let's set this up properly. We want advanced circuits over there. And we want a bunch of advanced circuits over here. It takes 10 for each. Oh, but we don't have any more lubricant. That's true, because we aren't using any light oil. Yeah. Should rotate that this way instead, and then set this to on. Then we will get a little bit of light oil being used. Not a lot, because we only have one of those chemical plants, but a little bit, and then we will get a little bit of lubricant. And we will, yeah, but it's all gonna be used by the normal belts. For some reason, I did not realize that. Never mind, this is good enough. Oh, and we only have one substation. We need more substations as well. Which, again, takes advanced circuits. Which takes plastic, which we should have a bunch of, but we don't. Why don't we have a bunch of plastic? Oh, because we have no coal. I mean, let's add whatever coal we have. Oh, could just disable that, and then we should get a bit of, we should be forced to use all the petroleum gas. Then we get a bit of plastic, but yeah, we don't have any coal, which is kind of a problem. So let's go and I was thinking, let's go and open this gate up for everything, but no, let's not do that. Let's definitely not do that. Let's open up the last 2. Maybe. If we do have any inserts. Well, we do have 1 fast insert. Let's get that onto the belt. That's the best we can do. And then we need a lot more inserters. Let's have a look at the system. Okay, we have enough steel, but we don't have enough iron. But we are using all of the iron in the iron are being smelted in the steel system. But that's kind of okay, I think. Yeah. Do we have anything else to do at the moment? And I'm prepared to say that no, right now we don't have anything else to do. Yeah, we do need inserters for this. Well, we can and we should remove all of these chests. So we have something to do. We have the assembly machines and we have markings. Oh, no more steel legs. Oh, let's create 5 of them. But in the meantime, we have to pick things up without the steel legs, I guess. Come on. This is taking forever. But we shouldn't have that much left to produce, no. Do we have any steel legs or normal legs? No. Now I can't do this without the proper tools. Well, I can, but I won't. I will for this one and for this one. But it's taking forever, so I don't want to do it. Okay, but I think this is looking promising for our start of a better laid out network. The only problem I can see is the amount of copper cable that we get. Oh yes, we do actually want to output copper cable when we don't have enough green circuits. And it's the same with iron and steel. Iron and steel we can just set up. We have that basically already. So this is electronic circuit, but we also want, where do we have it there? But we also want it for steel. Yes. And connect that. And then we connect the output over here. So we should have, we should have 1C, which is fair. We need faster inserters there and there. Otherwise we will never, or all of these things over here and over here will never increase the amount over here and over here, meaning that as soon as we start to empty out chests and we get below the limit, until we have gotten the C to be 0, we will always have too few items. So if we do it like this and like this, we will increase the amount put into this chest, which is great because then we will eventually get up to 0 and then we will stop producing more iron. Until we need it again, of course. Let's have a look. Yep. So now we shouldn't be producing more iron, and we aren't. Well, of course what we are producing, we will still output. But yeah, that will make it way better. And I want to do the same for the copper. And for the steel, we should have done here. And for everything else that we are producing. Okay. We have, let's have a look, we have way too much copper cable. Oh well. This is where we end it today. Thank you a lot for watching. See you next time. Bye.